back of the box. Wow, they are not joking around. They didn't want to design anything. They just want to be like, I'm a weird Cinnamon Toast Cruncher thingy. Happy birthday, everybody, and welcome to Cerealsly, where we take cereals seriously. My name is Alex, and I've always had the dream to be a published author. A few weeks ago, I decided to make that dream come true and spent an entire weekend writing a book that would target two lucrative markets. First, cat people, and second, Christmas people. The result? A new adaptation of the holiday classic A Christmas Carol, now called A Catsmas Carol. Here it is. A Catsmas Carol is my feline reimagining of the Charles Dickens classic with every human character replaced with a cat. So instead of Ebenezer Scrooge and Jacob Marley, my adaptation features Ebenezer Scratch and Jacob Meowly. I didn't say it was amazing, I just said it existed. Now still, every page that you're going to turn will reveal another part of the classic story and an AI-generated picture of a cat dressed up as like a Dickens character. Some of them are really quite cute, I have to say. Look at this guy. Now, it's not perfect, but it is a very real book. I mean, it really is a book that I wrote. It's on Amazon right now, and I would love for you to support me by buying it for that weird cat-loving aunt in your family and having her leave a nice review. I'll put the link in the description below. But listen, if you've ever used a weekend to take advantage of cutting-edge tools to adapt a holiday classic to sell to rubes and well-wishers on the internet, I'd love to hear about it down in the comments. Today on Cerealsly, we're kicking off a run of 3 Christmas-themed episodes by taking a look at 2 new holiday cereals from Cinnamon Toast Crunch. The brilliant team behind Cinnamon Toast Crunch has been prolific as of late. In this first year of Cerealsly alone, we have tried 8 or 9 different variations of Cinnamon Toast Crunch, from Cinnamon Toast Crunch Minis to Cinnamon Toast Crunch Cinefuego. Remember that one? And there are at least 6 or 7 currently on shelves that we haven't even touched. Not to mention those that came and went before Cerealsly even came into existence. One of these days, we have got to get around to Cinnamon Toast Crunch Churros. I can't believe we haven't eaten that and its variations together yet. And because there are now so many Cinnamon Toast Crunches, it's become clear that only one other staple of the American experience can come close in terms of excess, and that is Christmas. Yes, Christmas and Cinnamon Toast Crunch are a perfect match of glut and overabundance. So we're going to try to celebrate their lavishness today by eating what I hope will be 2 new holiday classics. All right, let me show you what we've got today. First, it is a seasonal limited edition that's returning to shelves for at least the 2nd year in a row, maybe even longer, and that is this Sugar Cookie Toast Crunch. Now, I think I ate this last year, but good news for the channel, I don't remember it. So I'm going to experience it again for the first time with you. Now, I have to say, I absolutely love this beautiful, classic Christmas red, but the idea of those Cinnamon Toast Crunch guys and some milk being in my stocking, that's like repulsive to me. First, because I can just imagine it soaking through and dripping down from where I've hung it on the mantle, but also because I've always taken like stockings to be like old-timey socks, and the thought of putting on a cold and cinnamony sock is just so gross and fun for me. So I think that's what Cinnamon Toast has been about in modern times. They want to be a little edgy and crazy and zany. These little dudes are like sort of pre-Minions, I feel like. They're always doing wacky stuff. They're so Cinnamon Toast Crunch obsessed they eat each other on the commercials, right? But let me say it, on the flip side, I don't expect this cereal to be anything special. Sugar cookie is one of the most generic flavors you can go to for cereal. Sugar cookies themselves have to be really special to be something memorable. I think they need to have a hint of salt at least. So I don't think this will pack the punch I'm hoping for in limited edition cereals. I'd love, though, this holiday season to be proven wrong. Next up, though, we have got a brand new holiday limited edition cereal that is so intriguing to me. Here it is, Gingerbread Toast Crunch. This cereal has actually been predicted for years and years, and now we finally have it in hand. It looks like the cereal pieces themselves aren't gingerbread, which is a shame. I think one of Cinnamon Toast Crunch's biggest success stories in this year was Graham Toast Crunch, which actually changed the cereal pieces themselves to more of like a golden graham piece. That was amazing. I'm worried, though, because it looks like here that they probably just altered the spice mix that they coat the pieces in, altered the recipe to include some gingerbread-ish type of spices. That's okay, but will it be memorable? Because remember, we spent all year eating variations on Cinnamon Toast Crunch. The last thing the world needs is more. But we could do with better, and that's a tall order for Christmas. Still, miracles can happen if the savior of the universe can become human and live among his creation to show them God's rescue plan. Then it seems like it should be possible for General Mills to make a good holiday special edition cereal. I think that just makes sense. But what do you think? Will these cereals be like the Red Ryder BB gun hidden behind the desk, or are they more like that fruitcake my family used to get from my aunt every year? Friends, it's time to eat some cereal. All right, everybody, I am all set. I have got my bowls. I got my spoon. I got my milk. 1% milk in green. Yuck. Bad color for milk, I think. And I got my book that you should purchase on Amazon using the link in the description. But let's try these things. Again, I'm going to bring some hope into my heart this Yuletide, that maybe one of these will be a winner. Sugar Cookie Toast Crunch, I just cannot imagine that this is going to be anything special. Look at the back of the box. Wow, they are not joking around. They didn't want to design anything. They just want to be like, I'm a weird Cinnamon Toast Cruncher thingy. Did they have a name? I mentioned the Minions already, but do these guys have a name? I don't know if they do. Totally fine bag. It's poured into a bowl. Yep, I was going to suspect this. It looks exactly like normal Cinnamon Toast Crunch. But you know what? I don't know if that's true because it doesn't have the same swirl on it. So they actually pulled back from the cinnamon swirl in it, which I think is a good idea. So let's try this. Now, let's try Sugar Cookie Toast Crunch. Remember, sugar cookies, in my opinion, if they're going to be anything special, they need to have like a butteriness, a salt component to it in addition to the sugar. Let's see if they can bring that out. Come on, can you do it, Cinnamon Toast Crunch? Boy, is this bland. Boy, I'm trying to taste anything at all, but it just tastes like the cereal with a little bit of sugar sprinkled on top. Not even the punch of a normal Cinnamon Toast Crunch cereal. One more try. You know, maybe the holidays are exciting for people, but maybe sometimes they're overexciting. We get a little anxious about seeing family and being around people. We got to make conversation. We got to navigate family drama. Maybe what we need is a very bland cereal to just calm it down, to bring it down a level, that we can just be rooted. Look at this. Now, because the box is kind of crazy. The box will kind of stress you out. But the cereal will not stress you out because there's nothing to be stressed about. Let's try it with milk. Maybe it'll bring something out in it. No, it did not. If anything, it washed the sugary sprinkle coating away on it. So now it just tastes like you're eating the plain cereal pieces. That's not great. Boy, is this a nothing cereal. Again, it's not offensive, but you might as well be getting anything else other than this. This is not special edition. Let me taste it one more time. There is not much to it. Wow, that is a big disappointment. Again, I didn't even have high hopes, and that was a big disappointment because it truly is just so little to say about it. It barely tastes of sugar, even. Well, let alone sugar cookie. Let's try. All my hopes are in this now. I shouldn't have that be the case. I know I shouldn't be getting into it that much because it does look like the same cereal pieces. Maybe the gingerbread sprinkle that goes on it will stay on a little bit better. It is nice, though. There's something on the back of the box. This is like if you cut it out, you can make your own little gingerbread house. That's a good idea. That's great. I just hope that this gingerbread flavor lives up to the name. People have been waiting for this idea for quite a while. So let's see if it does anything. All right. Open it up. I really do like the color. The blue is beautiful winter scene. I've actually seen that in Canada, it's blue like this on one side and a gorgeous red on the other where it's in French. Just looks fantastic. But in America, we just get just the blue, which is totally fine. All right. Boy, it doesn't smell much. Oh, it's much darker. Oh, boy, you could almost be tricked into thinking that these are graham pieces, but they're not. I think underneath, they are just the same exact pieces of cereal as every normal flavor of Cinnamon Toast Crunch is, but they are so dark that that's giving me a little bit of the hope that I was lacking, that maybe they will taste like a deep gingerbread, sort of a dark molasses taste. Wouldn't that be great? Let's give these a try and see if they can bring that taste into our lives. Boy, when I said molasses, maybe that was the wrong move. Maybe that's stuck in my head, because these do taste a little bit like more molasses, certainly, than ginger. I barely taste any of that sort of ginger heat that would come from it. It's not bad, and wow, let me say that it is a great thing to eat after this one. This one was so much nothing that this tastes like something. But I'm still missing that little bit of ginger to go with the gingerbread. Tastes like brown sugar, tastes like dark molasses. But let's taste this one more time, see if we can find ginger in there. It's going through in my nose more of a ginger than it is on my tongue. What's that called? Your olfactory senses are tasting, smell tasting some ginger. My mouth wasn't. My tongue part wasn't. Let me put some milk on it. See if that brings something out in it. I actually think it will have much more effect on the milk itself because, again, Cinnamon Toast Crunch traditionally has most of it just sort of sprinkled on top, where it's not a glaze or a frosting that the cereal piece would hold on to. All right, let's try it, though, in this milk and see if it brings out some of that more gingerbread flavor. Well, in milk, I can definitely taste more. There's like a spiciness to it. Maybe that's the cinnamon. Maybe that is a tiny bit of ginger, but it's not large. The color makes it feel like the taste is going to be dramatic, and it's not such a big deal. It's a small change. Boy, I wish they had gone with a graham underneath this instead of their regular cereal piece, because it needs something more substantial to come across as a dark or a heavy cookie. Let's give it another try. Well, it certainly is distinct. You wouldn't mistake this for regular Cinnamon Toast Crunch. It's got a different flavor profile, but I don't know if it gets all the way to gingerbread. I think maybe I would have called this holiday spice or something if I was in a blind taste test, but I don't think I would have guessed that they're going for a gingerbread here. One more try of this and give it one last chance here. Well, the gingerbread is growing on me. It's showing it's poking its head up into the realm of possibly tasting it here. But it's not doing much more than that. You know, I did predict that it would be a substantial change maker on the milk itself. So I don't always do this with a bowl of cereal on the channel, but I'm going to pick it up and just sip a little bit to see if a lot of the spices came off into the milk and see what that tastes like. Wow, yum. If you're looking for a cereal that does something interesting to milk, now it doesn't change it to zany color, but at least it doesn't just change it into chocolate milk or strawberry. This is something you haven't had before. It really is like a winter spice. Really yummy milk. All right, let's give these some ratings. I think I would give Sugar Cookie Toast Crunch very low. It's not something. It is a 2 at best. Again, not going to hurt you. It's not going to make you sad, but you may regret buying it. You may purchase it and be like, oh, dang, there's just nothing to it, and you will be dead right. Gingerbread Toast Crunch is unique in its flavor profile, but I wouldn't go as far as to say it's good. So I think this was a miss. Not a bad miss. It's Christmas. Let's be generous to each other. But man, maybe they can tweak it and get back to us in another year. Just try a few more hints of the ginger. Really explore what makes at least the American experience of a gingerbread cookie something that we would all instantly recognize. This didn't get me there. So back to the drawing board. for them, and that's okay. Everybody needs a good drawing board in their life. Maybe next Christmas you'll win the day. Well, we have done it all. We talked, we ate, we seriously toast crunched ourselves into the holiday spirit. But now it's enough. Remember, we gave these cereals, sugar cookie cereal, 1.5, that kind of range is nothing at all. Gingerbread Toast Crunch, I don't know if I gave a number 2. Dang, they missed it. I would say 2.5. If you want to try these cereals for yourself, they are available now in stores. I got both of these from Target. I've also seen them at Walmart. Seems to be those are the easiest places to find them. But listen, if you haven't yet, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment with what cereal we should look at together in a future episode. Until then, never be soggy, my friends. Bye-bye.